I've had several encounters with legit evil. Several. And the story I'm about to tell you is where it all started. And every time I tell this story, there's a reason I haven't told it in 10 years. Every time I tell this story, something happens.
All right. So
to me and everyone I tell it to.
So don't tell it.
Nah, we fine.
That's the whole point of this podcast, is me to get this out so you can all get cursed and live like I have. No, but I really haven't told for 10 years for this reason. I'm about to tell you a very long tale with multiple occurrences that happened over me for like 12, 15 years. Anyways, it all started. I was in school. The bell rings. School's out. I'm running home because I'm going camping.
I can see it. You see it.
Are you seeing the
I
AI
just saw
generated images?
like baby Todd. Like when out of school, he got like a lollipop.
So I was
like,
actually like 12, 13. So it was junior high. Get on the bus, go home. I'm excited because I'm going camping with a bunch of friends, my dad, like tons of people, probably like 20 families. So I was super stoked. You know, I'm with my best friends. My brothers are with his best friends. Like, it's going to be a good time. So we drive. It's up about 2 hours north, which is called the Mongolian Rim here. It's above Payson, if you know what that is. So we're there. We set up our camp. Night comes, and usually at nighttime, one of the things that we like to do is we like to get in a truck and we go like spotlighting for elk. And we got all our camp set up, and the sun's down. It's pitch dark, and we're like, okay, it's time to go. Let's go elk spotlighting, basically. So it's me, my best friend at the time, my brother, and a couple other of his friends. We're all kind of friends because we're all similar age group. And there's like 10 of us. We all get into the truck, fill up the cab, and then like 5 of us jump in the back. And we're in our truck and we're just going. You know, we have to go find fields or just looking in the trees. And we have a spotlight in the back, looking, going slow. We're basically getting lost into the forest, taking all these back trails. And then all of a sudden, we come out of the trees and we see this huge field. We're like, oh, sick. And the moon at this point had come up and it was pretty bright. I don't know if it was a full moon, but it was bright enough that you could see pretty good. And it was pitch black outside, but the moon was lighting everything up. That was really cool. And so the field was like lit up and you could kind of like see it glistening off the grass. And so we're like, sick. My brother was actually the one driving. He just starts flooring it into the field, like trying to whip it, and like donuts, and like everyone in the back, we're all freaking out and having fun. At this point, we're not looking for elk, but that is one of the best places to look for elk is in fields. But we start cruising, and we're cruising around in this field. And at the time, we didn't know the shape of it, but after the fact, it was shaped like a horseshoe. So there's like this hill in between, so you couldn't see the other side of the field.
Yeah.
All right. So we start here, we're cruising, and we come around the lip of this hill, and we see the end of the field. And at the end of the field, there's this abandoned like village, like 1800 style. We see it, and we're like, what the heck? Bro, that's sick. At this age, we all think that's sick. There's a bunch of us. There's 10s of us.
I mean,
there's nobody out there, right?
Classic movie response. look what you got.
bro, there's nothing wrong. What do you mean?
Yeah, it'd be fun, man.
It's summer.
And when kids like, I don't know.
No, we all thought it sick, you know, let's go cruise. So we cruise over there with the truck. We pull up, and there's like this wood fence around the whole entire village. And so we park right outside this wood fence, and we start walking up to the first house. And all the houses are raised. There wasn't air conditioning back in like the 1800s. You could tell it was like early,
Yeah.
like everything's wood. They're all lifted so the underdraft would cool them off. So we start running up to the first house, and the first person goes up the steps. And the door at this point is a little cracked. Like, it's kind of open. You can tell it's abandoned. Like, you can tell like nobody's living in it. It's dark. There's no lights. And the doors and windows are all open. Like, nobody's living in them. But the first guy runs up, and the door slams shut as he reaches out for the handle. Everyone behind him were like, bro, why'd you do that? Like, we all thought he was joking around with us.
Just a wind.
No, we thought he was joking. Like, he slammed the door,
Yeah.
trying to scare us. He's like, guys, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch the door. We're like, yeah. So then another person comes up, touches the handle to pull it open, couldn't open it. And then all of a sudden, in the back of us, which is normal, wind in the mountains is normal. But this time it was like a whistling wind started coming from behind us. Like, and it kept getting louder and louder and louder until it like hit us. And everything that was open in the village, everything in the village, not just the house we were at, slammed shut. All the windows, doors, everything just went.
Dog.
Of course, we all freak out at this point. We like, it's not funny anymore.
They're like, stop bringing us, Jan. He's like, Jan.
No, it's not funny anymore, right? Like, we all start just jetting. Like have you ever had an adrenaline rush? Like you're
Yes.
getting chased by something?
Yes.
We all are running to the truck.
Where's the main menu button?
But because we're all scared, we're piling into the cab, like getting on top
Like,
of each
fast
other's
as you
laps,
could, bro.
but my best friend actually at the time jumped into the back, and he was only in the bed alone,
Oh no.
and everyone else was jumped in the truck. Doors are shut. My brother puts in the keys, goes to start the truck, doesn't turn on. We all start freaking out even more.
Typical, bro.
No, like we start freaking out even more because we think he's playing a joke on us. We're like, dude, stop. He's like, I'm not joking. It's not starting. Which makes sense. It was kind of older Tacoma.
But like, okay, but
But
like
the timing is just
timing
like,
is
what the F is going on?
impeccable. It's impeccable. Like
It
the timing
won't
of all
start.
that.
The truck won't start. We see him turning it. Engine's not turning. Lights aren't coming on. Nothing. I was one of the last ones because I was one of the youngest ones at the time. Slowest. You get it? I was one of the last ones in, so I was on the very edge of the truck in the back. And I'm looking back at the village like, what's going on? What's going on? And in the back of the village, there was like a big barn, like where the village would like store things or like a storehouse. I don't know what it was.
Where they put
like
the hay and all that
or like
kind
a
of stuff.
common hall. It was just like a bigger building for the village. And I look back there, and all of a sudden I see two black figures start approaching us. Now they're far enough away I can't make out what it is, but I can definitely tell the two black, like shadowy type figures are starting to approach us. I go like ballistic, like there's people coming after us. We have to go, like stop messing around, turn on the truck, whatever. I'm freaking out. Everyone starts to look. All the people start freaking out. We were just freaking out hysterically at this point. My brother just keeps keying it. Finally, it starts, and we start just jetting. We're going as fast as we can possibly go in a meadow in the mountains. Can't go 100 or let's die, but we got to be going at least 40, 50, maybe 60. I don't know how fast we're going, but we're going fast. We're hauling. We're going and going and going. And then all of a sudden, like, you could tell in the like peripheral, there was like, I was looking forward, like kind of looking back, forward, looking back.
You were facing the barn and the
but
village,
all of
right?
a sudden, out of my peripheral, I could see something outside the window, like running with us.
Nah.
I'm like, so I turned to look what it is, and it looked like it was like a skinless human body with long black hair, but it was running on its elbows and knees.
An entity.
Yes, it was running as fast as the truck next to us, and I immediately become trance. It was almost like I took acid or something.
Yeah, it's like you
Which I've never done acid, so I don't know what that's like.
Like
but like,
Adderall?
I immediately got sucked in. It's like gravity started sucking me in, and the thing wasn't looking. It was looking straight, and all of a sudden it just like turned its head toward me, and like its eyes were completely black, and like I could feel my body or something starting to like. It was like something was
It was
pulling
like gravity
me in.
was like pulling you.
But I'm in the truck and it's outside, but like I could feel my body like coming towards it. And I start like freaking out, like I can't move, freaking out even more. And then all of a sudden we hear this bang on the back of the window. And my best friend's still out in the freaking in the bed.
Oh nah.
He's banging on the window to try and get in. And he eventually actually passed out because he went into like shock because he was so scared. And my brother just, I don't know how he kept it going, but he just kept driving and driving and driving. And this thing was just still following us, staying right with us. And then we got back around the corner to where it became like more trees and stuff. And we had to start taking like smaller, we had to slow down. But the moment we hit that trail, they were just gone. Like kind of like your story. They just like, it's almost like they just became transparent and gone.
It's kind of like they cross like a line where they're not allowed to go past through.
I don't know 100%, but we jetted back to our campsite. We found it. We're all freaking out. I go run to my dad. I'm like, tell him what's happened, blah, 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 blah. The only thing he says is, whatever it was, it didn't want you there. And so anytime I've told a story, some people are like, oh, well, it sounds like skinwalkers, which makes sense because that's kind of like in that area. I don't know if it was skinwalkers, demon. I don't know what it was, but it scared the out of me. And then fast forward to when I was 16, 3 or 4 years later, I eventually tell one of my buddies this story a few hours before we go to a Diamondbacks game. So I tell him the story. He always wanted to hear about it. It was the cousin of my buddy that was in the bed. So I told him the story. Blah, 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 blah. We go to a Diamondbacks game. Great game, cool. Game's over, and we're walking back to our car that was in the parking garage. And he's like, oh, wait, I have a buddy that lives in these apartments over here. Let's go say hi to him real quick, see if he's there. I was like, all right, I'm down. We have some time to kill. There's tons of traffic. It's like, let's just kill some time. So we go run over to the apartment building, and he's up on like the 5th floor. So we get in the elevator, we go up to the 5th floor. The door's open, and we get out, and there's this lady like standing in front of her door, just like motionless. We're like, oh, this is weird. We didn't really think a ton of it. We're just like laughing, kind of funny. What's going on? And his buddy lived at the end of the hallway. So we go to the end of the hallway, knock, ring, door on the door. He's not there. So we turn back around and the lady's still there staring at her door. We're like, what's going on? Maybe we should see if she needs help or whatever.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So we go walk up to her. We're like, hey, are you okay? You need some help? She turns to us, I can't find my keys. Her keys were in her hand. So we're like, oh, are those your keys in your hand? Like, or do you have a separate piece of keys? Or she's like, oh, I have my keys right here. Opens the door.
See now.
We're like, okay, good. Like, peace. Like, we'll see you later. She's like, oh, hey, let me give you guys a soda. Thank you for helping me. And, we're 16, kind of raised like, oh, don't refuse like someone like a gift or like, yeah, like make sure she's okay. We're like, yeah, that's cool. And she's like, oh, no, come in. We were going to stand outside the door and we were like, all right, we'll go in. She seemed harmless, right? Like, if she attacked us, we could have beat the crap out of her, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, old woman.
she was. I feel like my red flag would have been the fact that she didn't know she had the keys in her hand.
Well, we thought maybe, Alzheimer's
dementia or
like dementia or something.
Yeah, I guess.
And you know how like sometimes like, where's my hat? And you're wearing it.
Yeah.
I
guess
one of those moments. We're like, oh, no big deal. Whatever. So we go in, but we try and keep the door a little cracked. Obviously,
Just
mind
for
our P's and
safety.
Q's, right? She goes and grabs us 2 sodas, hands it to us. But as she hands it to us, we kind of like we were looking around beforehand, but we kind of were looking around now. We could tell that she has like hundreds of candles.
Like
lining
just
the
regular
walls.
candles, or like there's just sticks, or just the ones
Just
that are.
candles that aren't lit. Just like lining, like she had like a little fireplace, like it wasn't a fireplace because it was an apartment, but like kind of like, I don't know, like a corner where it was just like
Like
set
a
up
little
like
altar?
Altar almost. And we're like, oh, this is kind of weird. Like, let's bounce. So we grab a soda and we're like, thank you so much. Have a good night. Yada, yada, yada. And we turn around to open the door. She grabs us by the arm. And we immediately are like, okay, we turn around. She's like, don't leave me. He's here. And we're like, who's here? He's like, he's here. He's here. Help me. We're like, we don't know what to do to help you. Dude, you need us to go call someone, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And this is kind of before cell phones. So like we would have, I think
Like
my buddy
It
had
was
a,
like a payphone or something.
I think my buddy had a cell phone at the time. I had mine like taken away. But either way, they're not like,
It wasn't common.
yeah, it wasn't like
common.
iPhones like today. Anyway, so we're like, well, we have to go get service or whatever. We're like, we got to get out of here, basically. Like, hey, we'll go get you help. She lets us go. We run. We don't even take the elevator. We fly down the stairs, like hauling ass, like freaked out. We get down to the bottom. We run across the sidewalk and go across the street to the other side. And we look back up because her window is facing now where we're at. We look back up. She's sitting in the window looking at us.
Bro,
And right behind her was like a shadowy figure of a man. And now you could tell that she had lit all the candles. But there were hundreds, so it couldn't have happened like...
like right there. and
They
then-
had to have been like within a few minutes or like a minute. So something strange was happening. So
And this was after you started telling your friend about the story.
3 hours after I told the story, 3 hours, this thing happens.
Great. You know
Where
that's
we get invited into basically a demonic, satanic, whatever. I don't know 100% what it is. But there was something else in there, whether it was a man that was in the room and we didn't know about, but there was somebody else in that room now with her staring at us, and we just ran to the cars, get in our cars, drive away. Boom. I wait 2 more years before I tell the story again because it just freaks me out.
Yeah, you're already shooken up by the first.
So I'm
second
18.
time.
Yeah, I'm 18 years old now. Graduated high school, I think. No, maybe I was still in high school. Either way, I was home alone and whole family was out of town. So I had the house to myself for the weekend. So I had some friends over. I had some girls, some guys, whatever. There's probably like 10 or 12 of us. And we're,
Party.
we're just chilling and talking, blah, blah, blah. And one of
Right,
my
just
friends
talking.
was like, yo, tell us a story.
Nah, dog, come on.
And at this point, it's like 1 a.m. and like I'm ready to like call it a night type deal. And I'm like, frick. I get peer pressured into, I have some ladies there. I want to act cool. So, I'm like, all right.
I fought this guy once.
All right, I'll tell a story. So I tell the same story. I bring that energy into the room. Everyone gets freaked out.
Both stories or just the first one?
Just the first one. I didn't
Okay.
tell the second one.
The girl's like,
Because I didn't know that it was.
You didn't know
I didn't know it was connected yet.
Yeah.
I thought it was just another really
okay,
like
fair enough.
like
weird
in a weird
experience.
instance, yeah.
I didn't know it was connected yet. So I tell the story, and everyone gets freaked out. And they're like, "Bro, I'm going home, dude. This is nuts." And everyone leaves, and I'm home alone now. I'm like, "Fetch, bro." I'm kind of like scared myself
1
now.
a.m. and you're telling, nah.
So it's probably like 2 a.m. now. So I'm like, I roll up. I'm like, I'm just going to go straight to sleep. I'm going to try to just sleep this off. I'm freaking myself out. So I get in my bed and I'm laying down. And then just randomly, I just like panic, wake up. I look over at my clock. It's like 3:13 a.m.
I know the feeling.
So I look at my clock and I'm like panicking. I can feel my heartbeat. I'm like, I have tons of anxiety. Like I can't sleep. And in my room, I had these 2 closets off to the side. And one of the closets I always kept closed because it had like my sister's clothes in it from when she lived in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in like the grown-up room now because I was 18. I was one of the last kids in the house, had my own room. This closet over here had all my clothes in it. I always had it open, right? Because I was always getting clothes in and out. But this one was always closed because it had like storage in it. And I'm sitting up in my bed, just like this. So the closets are right here. And I'm sitting up in my bed, like, I can't catch my breath. I have anxiety, like a panic attack almost. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? And then I glance over at the closet. It starts opening. And I'm like, you know how you froze? I like immediately freeze. I didn't know what to do. I like froze. I was like, what's going on? And it's just slowly opening and opening and opening and opening and opening. And you freeze more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, that same feeling I had when I was in the truck, like a gravity feeling, like it felt like something was sucking me in.
Like the gravitate, yeah.
I couldn't see what it was, but like the door kept opening. And then all of a sudden, that thing that was chasing us stepped out of my closet, stared at me.
The skinhead?
Yeah.
The same one?
Exact same one. Stared at me with his black eyes, and I could just feel my body just slowly getting sucked into it. And then all of a sudden, boom, I actually woke up. So it was a dream.
Oh.
But I woke up into the same scenario.
Yo, bro.
Like I wake up, closet, close, and I just sat there and sat there and I just stared at the closet till the sunlight came up.
That's insane.
For like 3 hours. I couldn't go back to sleep. I just was just looking at it.
Do you feel like it's like in your subconscious still in one way or another? It's like it's almost like a core memory.
Well, it was real.
No, yeah.
No, my brain, it was real. Like it was more than just a dream.
Like your brain
Like
didn't
something
know.
was in my room.
Like your brain didn't know if it was like reality or a dream. Like it was almost like blurring the lines.
It was
between-
blurring the lines. It was almost like I was in a different dimension. It was weird.
What do they call it again? Like a like
Lucid dream or?
lucid dream type of thing, where it's like you kind of feel like you're awake in your dream, and so everything that happens in the dream almost feels like it's happening in reality. And then when you wake up, you don't even know if you were dreaming.
Or not. Correct. That's what it felt like. So I felt like Groundhog Day, almost like it was going to happen again. So obviously the morning came. I finally got the nerve to get out of my bed, run, and like
Yeah, I would've
I got
dipped.
in my car and I went to my friend's house and stayed there until my family came back. Yada yada yada. Anyways, fast forward another 2 years, I'm in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, some of my roommates catch wind that I had,
Previous experiences.
yeah, someone caught wind that I had some crazy story, blah, 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 blah.
You got peer pressured again?
Yeah, bro.
So I was,
Bro,
I was at like something where there were like several people and they're like, hey, dude, tell us that story. And I'm like, guys, I'm pretty sure every time I tell it, something weird happens.
Yeah. I feel
Every
like you got like three.
And also the other people I tell it to have weird things happen to them. Not as extreme as mine, but weird things happen to them.
Nah.
So I'm like, are you sure you want me to tell this?
I'm about to see a goat out here.
I'm kind of hesitant too, because I'm like,
A mix of all our stories.
because like they're scary moments. They're actual like
Yeah.
scary inducing moments where you like freeze up and you're like, what the heck?
It
just
becomes a
happened?
core memory.
So I'm like, I don't know if I really want to tell it. I'm not sure if I do. And then they're like pressure me into it. And of course I want to be the cool guy. So I'm like, fine, I'll tell it.
Yo, peer pressure
So I
is
tell
a real
it.
thing.
That's the real tragedy.
I tell it, and you know, the night ends. We all go to bed. Nothing happens at that point. But the next day, me and a homie, we're going to another friend's house, and
Why is it always going to a friend's house when this gets induced?
because you know it's that age where you're like trying to be.
It's like when you're trying to like,
That's all you're doing is going to friends' houses, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're just trying to. What's going on? You know, like let's
what's
just
the
go.
move?
Anyways, so we're headed to a friend's house. He also lives in an apartment building. We go to the apartment building. We go to our friend's house. Stay there for a couple hours. Blah 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 blah. And as we're leaving,
The same lady.
no, even stranger. We go by one of the apartments and the door's open and there's like a young guy standing and he's probably like 18, 19, 20. He's the same age as me at the time. He's standing there like staring at us, like walking by. We nodded and we're like, what's up, what's up? And then he starts saying like weird stuff to us. We didn't know what he said. And because it was New Orleans, we thought it was like maybe Cajun or something.
Oh yeah.
So, and which is, you can't understand. Like,
Just like
it's like English,
slang,
French, like
just
mixed
mashed up
Creole, like all mashed together. You don't understand it. You maybe get like one word out of a sentence.
You went bomba club.
And so we like turn around. We're like, what'd you say? Sorry, we didn't hear you. And he just like starts going like this to us and
Hissing?
no, showing his teeth, and we're like, "Are you okay, bro? Like, you need some help?" Blah blah. We're trying to still be nice, and then he starts like gnashing his teeth and like biting at us, and then starts speaking a weird language at us. We're like, "All right, bro, what's going on?" We thought he was like just being funny, and then he like said, I forgot what he said to us actually because I blocked it out, but he's like basically like he said like some satanic ritual at us.
No, he probably was
Like-
just speaking Cajun to you.
No, it was like the devil walks with you. Beware your next move type
What?
line,
Go ahead,
and we're
repeat
like,
it word for word.
No, bro.
I ain't
don't
trying to
say
hear that, bro. I'm not
no.
trying to
Well, I actually blocked it out of my
that,
brain
bro.
because it was like
It was
so
bad.
like just like
And you're
all right, you're nuts, and we just run away. But this was 12 hours after I just told that story, so a negative energy had happened, which isn't the scariest thing in the world. But that's basically the last time I told the story. I did tell it one other time, and of course something strange happened, but not as crazy. But it has been 10 years since I told that story.
Dude, I don't know if I could even like go through with the first time, let alone the second time. And I think by the third time I would know better than not to even speak about it.
Well, I just have cursed you guys for at least 12 hours.
Unless we
Something
give
weird
him
will
all
happen
of our
to me
money.
for 12 hours. And anyone listening to this YouTube, anyone listening to this podcast, you may have something strange happen to you. And it's not my fault because you kept asking me to tell it. So
Unless you donate in the Patreon link below,
Oh, yeah,
all of
you
your money.
you can get rid of the curse by giving us all your money.
Yeah, Patreon.
No, but for real, I usually cry when I tell the story. That's how traumatic it was.
I'd be
But I've kind
traumatized,
of, I think I've got some thicker skin these past 10 years. And because the experiences are getting less and less like intense, I felt okay telling this at this
Question.
time. But I am actually not joking, by the way. Like, I'm being 100% serious. You guys might have something strange happen to you. I will for sure have something strange happen to me in the next 12
I will have
hours.
a GoPro. I will have a GoPro with me 24/7 just following me. I'll probably go live on Instagram, and if anything does happen, at least it'll be on the record for everybody to see. But if people wanted to find the specific location where the first instance happened to you, would you be able to go on Google Maps? and-
Correct. Yes,
would you
I have
be able
found it.
to?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. The entire time when he was telling the story, I was like, if he were to go on Google Maps, would he be able to pinpoint where
I
that
even thought
farm
about
is?
going back to it, but then I was
No,
like, no.
no.
that's
I
a
was gonna
big
say,
no-no.
how much money you go back? How
I
much
thought
money
about
go
it when
back?
I was like more tough and younger, like felt invincible. But I feel like if I went back, it would be 10
would
times
be-
worse.
No, you gotta confront him, bro.
1 million
He's been
V-Bucks?
challenging you.
1 million V-Bucks, or we're going back to there?
What do you think?
I would take $1 million V-Bucks.
Yeah.
I feel like, have you guys ever seen It? Like the movie It? You
Yeah.
know how like the kids have
Oh,
to
yeah,
face
they
their
have to go
fears,
face
and
it
that's the
again.
only way to get rid of the fear. It's like facing the fear.
I
you
might
had
have
as
to
a
go face it and maybe kill it in some way.
I mean,
Not be scared of it.
You bring us, bro. Live
No,
stream.
but like it's different when it's like actually happening to you. It's easy to like say those things, but when it actually is real and it's you, it's really tough to like
to like even like say it.
even confront it.
No, I know. I bet like it's hard because it's not only like it happened to you, but it's like it's so eerie that like just talking about it sets you in that mood again.
Correct.
Yeah, because when he was saying this, I was like, if I experienced what he experienced, I don't think I'd be able to talk to someone about it without having my mind go back to that time. I think I just freeze again. And I mean, his like, I'm sorry, bro, but like his story beats yours by like, mine doesn't have anything on. I mean, I haven't had anything happen to me, thank God. Like the amount of scaries he's had, like, but I think I'd be like petrified. I think I'd really be petrified about stuff like that. But then that's why I don't receive anything from anybody on the crowds, or I don't, if I were to see that now, like, oh, let's go to this abandoned village, I'd be like,
Peace.
I am curious now, though. Check it out. I am a little bit curious,
no, you're not.
I mean,
bro.
bad
things
I'll show you where
to
it's at and you can have at it.
1 million V-Bucks or?
Would you actually let me go, Todd? Like, hey, I'm checking it out.
But if you don't come back, just say I told you.
You gotta
so.
come find me, bro. But don't come back.
No.
It's up to
Oh,
you.
we're making a movie now, huh? I have to go
You
to
gotta come find me, bro.
Is this the forest where Logan Paul went and found that dead body?
Bro.
No, but this is an unknown cursed area. It's beautiful, but at night it's not friendly.
No.
Anyways, guys, that's our scary stories for today. We got to bounce. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notifications. And next podcast we'll read some of these comments, but comment down below what the scariest thing that's ever happened to you before. Is there anything that is scarier than my story? We'll find out, I guess. If so, maybe we'll get you on the podcast to tell it. That'd be fun.
12-hour clock starts running
Anyways,
now.
Now that you've watched this, you have 12 hours to get your things in order because...
Hey, link in bio.
Link in bio. Don't forget.
All right, peace out, guys.